chose to do the interview with is like one of the most despicable, worst human beings probably on planet Earth, which obviously is hyperbole, but he's not too far off. Like, this dude is terrible.
Okay.
Brandon Tatum is not the person you want to do an interview with if you want for us to receive this interview with fair lenses. And if you're really close friends with Nolan and you want the world to believe that, you probably shouldn't do an interview with a man who has spent the last couple of weeks disrespecting Nolan's mom, calling her a grifter, a race hustler, all type of names.
But that's who they agree with, though. That's why they chose to do an interview with him. You think they don't know that? You think they live under a rock or something? They're not paying attention to everything like we are? They know that. He knows that. That's why he's taking advantage of the situation the same way they are. These white people ain't slick.
They don't want to do an interview with that man. Now, Officer Tatum oversold his interview drastically, bruh. Before the interview dropped, he was doing promo runs for the interview, talking about how this interview debunks everything and this interview solves the Nolan Wells mystery and this interview is what people need to watch to hear the truth. So he oversold this and then dramatically and drastically underdelivered.
I gotta say something real quick. Okay. Benjamin Crump should be ashamed of himself. Al Sharpton should be ashamed of themselves. I'm right here in Mississippi. It's crazy that I had to fly down here to even get this information. They've been lying on these boys. I got evidence, and I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm gonna lay it out for you.
He didn't have no evidence. He didn't have no evidence to show. He went on a little rant talking about a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing went down in that whole little clip, man. Cause you know why? There's a bunch of yap. No evidence. Why is his body not found there the same day that he was found missing? Why was there a picture of him at the pool after hours? That's apparently when he was left at the site, and that's the last time they seen him. Huh? Why is that going on? Why do parents have to go to get the phone back manually? Why is that going on? Let's hear it from the horse's mouth itself.
Any best friend will be able to answer, and this dude just fumbled it.
Nolan, I could describe Nolan in a million ways. I mean, Nolan was not just a best friend of me, but he was a brother. I grew up through elementary, middle school, high school, and even our freshman year of college. We talked on the phone all the time. We were really close friends. And I mean, Nolan was like a brother to me. And Nolan lit up every room he walked in. He always had a smile on his face. He always had something good to say. I've never seen Nolan get in an argument with somebody and say bad things about someone. There's a lot of people that talk crap nowadays, and Nolan was never that person. Sweetest soul ever. And I mean, I had a great relationship with Nolan. I've never got in an argument with Nolan. We were super close, and I've never said or will ever have anything bad to say about Nolan Wells.
Yeah, and you guys, you said you kind of grew up together. Did you know his mom, or how was that? Because I saw in the media where it appears that she may have said, at least I saw in part, that she said as if she didn't know any of you guys.
Right. Well, Nolan, a lot of the times was at like my house and at my buddy's house. We never went to Nolan's house and hung out. I mean, and my friend group's very, very tight knit. I mean, we hang out every day when we're back home from school.
So that doesn't make sense. So you're very tight knit, but you don't know folks' mama or folks' pops. You never been to his house. How is that your best friend if you never been to his house? Because every person I was cool with, bro, I've been to their house. When I was cool with somebody in high school, like freshman year of college and shit, I was going to people's houses. I knew their peoples. The peoples knew me. Like, I don't know how you think you can come in here and lie on, you know what I'm saying? What the girls be saying, Beyonce internet on phone, on Future's internet. You're tripping.
In high school, we hung out most weekdays and every day on the weekend. And I mean, we were never at Nolan's house, which, there's nothing wrong with that, but.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. First off, he never asked if you went to Nolan's house. Now, you not going to his house and you've been his best friend since 8th grade. Like, that's weird. He asked, have you ever met his mom? You said you and Nolan Wells have been best friends since middle school. Middle school is 7th grade for some and then 6th grade for others.
Right.
So let's just say since the 6th grade, right? Because middle school starts at 6th grade for some people. So you've been his friend since 6th grade.
It's never met his
mom. And you mean to tell me you never met his mom?
Never met his pops. That's your
How
best friend.
does that make sense?
That's the best friend, though.
His middle school graduation, you never met his mom at the middle school graduation?
Exactly. Or did he like
that's weird. All right. You never met his mom at one of his football games that you attended because you're his best friend?
Right.
All right, that's weird. His mom never dropped him off at your crib?
Right.
All right, that's weird. you never went to go celebrate his birthday and his mom was there?
Right.
So Nolan never had a birthday party ever in life.
Never had a birthday party.
So Nolan's never had no celebration ever in life.
Like
that you was there to attend.
That just doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's stupid as hell to act like we're all stupid. Like, that's what white people try to do. They gonna act like you stupid because that's the easiest way to hoodwink you. If they can act like you're stupid, then they makes it easier for you to believe their lies.
What are you talking about? Like, how does this footage prove anything?
He's getting onto the boat, and they took 3 boats out. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just Nolan and 4 boys. It was a multitude of people on several different boats. And some of the boys that they're accusing wasn't even on the boat that Nolan was on. But let me show you from the vantage point where I have the video to prove that I'm here where I say I am. And so right now, here's the angle that you're gonna see on the footage. It's just from probably that boat to, maybe about 30, 40 feet here to the right. And this is where the video is showing how many people were actually out there, actually getting on the boats. So therefore it debunks very clearly that it was only Nolan and 4 boys.
Huh?
Just crazy.
Is this man slow? Yo, before I go in, can anybody confirm whether or not Officer Tatum has an intellectual disability? Because if he does, I don't want to go like too crazy on him, bruh. Right. What? Who? This here debunks that he was only with the 4 friends on the boat. What? When was this ever a thing? When was this? No, the thing is, he was on the boat with friends. And we only got 4 names because those are the 4 names that apparently was at the house when the parents went to go pick up the phone.
Yeah.
That's why we got the 4 names. And then there's pictures that surfaced of them together on the island. But the narrative has always been he was on a boat with friends. He was on the boat with friends.
That was always
he went to the island with friends.
That was always the narrative.
And
Never was just them.
He came. Well,
if anything, if he just implicated more people by saying, "Hey, it wasn't just him on the boat. Like it was other people on the boat. Somebody wasn't on the boat. Okay, but they all went together though. They left together, and then they were supposed to be friends. So that's not making sense. So they try to talk around it. These niggas know what they're doing.
With Nolan in front of Katie that Katie does not recall.
Nolan, that was the last time I laid eyes on him. But when we were leaving, obviously, no one is getting left at the island that came with us unless they demanded to, be there and asked, this is a very common thing at Horn Island. When you're out there, a lot of people ride out there with someone and in with somebody else all the time. I've done that 100 times. It's a very common thing, but Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues, and no, he didn't say that, but he was panicking. Nolan, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolan multiple times to get on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming, you got to come now. And Nolan made a decision to stay out on the island. And like he said,
how many people heard that? Were there just
at least
just
5 everyone that was on our boat right there, because the Palm Beach had already left. My buddy went ahead and went home.
So basically what you're trying to say is he didn't want to ride with y'all, and it was common for people not to ride back, so y'all didn't trip off of it, and then he just magically didn't, pop up anywhere for the rest of the day, and none of the festivities, you didn't hear from him the rest of the day, and nobody thought anything was suspicious or weird. Y'all did something to that boy. The truth will come to light.